Welcome to Hope's Homemade Kitchen. I'm back today with another slow cooker soup. This one is a delicious lentil soup that's packed with protein and vegetables. So good for you and so comforting. This is a perfect soup to set and forget while you're away at work, and when you get home, you have a delicious soup for dinner. Let's get started and I'll show you the ingredients. The ingredients you'll need for the slow cooker lentil soup are 1 pound of dry lentils, chicken stock, Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, garlic powder, red pepper flakes, balsamic vinegar, honey, and for fresh ingredients, potatoes, carrots, celery, and onion. And you'll also need a slow cooker. You know, this is such a simple soup. I debated on whether or not to even do a video, but I thought I would show you just how simple it is. The first thing you want to do is take 1 pound of dry lentils. You can have any color of lentils. You just want to go through, kind of eyeball it, make sure there's no odd little pebbles or anything in there. Usually it's pretty clean. So I'm going to rinse this and then we'll put it into our crock pot. So rinsed and drained and just dump them right in. Okay, I'm using a thin-skinned potato. You can use red potatoes. I'm using just gold potatoes, like a Yukon Gold. And you want to cut the potatoes about like that. So just drop it right in. This is a very economical soup too. The components are not that expensive at all. This soup is a wonderful vegetarian option too. I'm using chicken broth today, but you could certainly use vegetable broth. This is a very versatile recipe. You can add all different kinds of flavor profiles. We're doing it a little more mild today. This is one of the quickest prep soups that I make. The nice thing about the crock pot is you don't have to saute these or anything. You just put it all in together. For my seasonings, 1 heaping tablespoon of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of salt, a generous amount of pepper. You can do this to taste. I usually try to do about close to a teaspoon. A half a teaspoon of garlic powder, some crushed red pepper to taste, a couple of tablespoons of honey. I'm just going to eyeball it. 32 ounces of chicken stock, chicken broth, chicken stock, whatever you have. And I'm also going to fill this about 3/4 of the way full of water and put that in. Let's give that a good stir. So I've set my crock pot on high for 4 hours. It only has 4 settings and a warm setting. So we'll start with 4 hours on high, then we'll see where we are after that. At the end, we'll be putting in 1/4 to a half a cup of balsamic vinegar, and I'll do that to taste. And that will balance out the honey that was in there and just really provide a well-rounded flavor. It's been cooking for about 4 hours. Very thick soup. You can certainly add more chicken broth if you'd like it thinner. Now this recipe calls for some balsamic vinegar. So I'm just going to start off with about 1/4 of a cup. I think it just balances out the flavors. We put honey in earlier. It just gives it a little acidity. That's an interesting flavor. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like if you put Worcestershire sauce in it. Kind of gives it that quality. But this is ready to serve. You can serve it with crackers, cornbread. I'm just going to have it just like this. I think it's a really good, healthy soup with a lot of protein and vegetables and fiber. It's good just like that. All right, let's give this lentil soup a taste test. This is a little different flavor profile than what I'm used to. When I make lentil soup, typically I put tomatoes in it and put more savory spices in it. This one, with the potatoes and carrots, a little honey in it, and then finishing it in the end with a balsamic vinegar. It's really good. But this is just very good, basic, good, healthy soup. I love this because it's such a high protein dish. So good. Thank you so much for joining me here on Hope's Homemade Kitchen as we made slow cooker lentil soup. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hit the bell for notification of more videos. If there's a soup or a dish you would like for me to make, comment down below and I'll certainly consider doing it in a future video. Thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.